That's me.
Anything girls can do, right? I'm going to get a lighter and try and warm this up a little bit.
Well, that's because you've been working on makeup for a long time.
I mean, Kelly, you won't ever know if you're a girl. I hope. I won't ever let you know. Why? I have to hurry up.
Kim, did you get those sewn?
Well, I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
I'm almost done now.
Ah,
I can believe this.
Jimbo.
What about my mustache?
Tam, can you just...
That's right.
So what is it
What
like?
about my
No.
It will feel basically the way it's like.
Is that look okay? Raise my hand.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, brush, yeah, make some wrinkles.
And then the curls. It's still didn't curl until
Roy's mustache, Roy.
take it out.
So are you making this nice and bushy?
Oh, yes.
Ew, it looks ugly on.
Until I
So, do I put it on first, or do I count it first? Or
Where's
do
the
I-
lip roll?
Put a
right
little
there.
bit of
Here's
spirit
another one.
gum on his upper lip. And put some spirit gum on the back of that. Let him.
Excuse me.
Professional barrel. I'll bring it up. Say hi, Mom.
Oh, God.
Well, look who's here. How's the facility? What's the problem, man? Hi.
Oh, not too bad. And you?
Oh, we managed. Do sit down, please. You know you've been neglecting your neighbors. It's been ages. Say it. Why the formal dress? Hey, let's go out to the cell phone. Where's the funeral, my boy? Where are you headed?
Nowhere. I mean, here, just to see you, my dear Mrs. Chupacabra.
Then why the full dress? It's not New Year's.
Well, you see, my dear Mrs. Chupacabra, I have come here to bother you with a request. More than once or twice, or more than that. It has been my privilege to provide you for assistance in things. And while you've always responded, well, yes, I get all mixed up, as you can see. Could I have a glass of water, my dear Mrs. Chupacabra?
That's possible. Not a chance. What can I do for you, dear boy?
Well, you see, my dear Mrs. my dear Mrs. Dubois, I get confused. But to make a long story short, you're the only one who can help me. And of course, I don't deserve it, and I should respect you and all that.
Stop beating around the bush. Out with it.
In a minute, I mean now, right now. I mean your daughter, Teresa Roca. I want to marry her.
Great heavens, I've been Vasilievich. Say it again.
I have come humbly to ask for
You're a prince? I'm overwhelmed. Dying. Yes, indeed, Elda. This is just what I've been hoping for. And you know I was looking upon you, my boy, as if you were my own son. May God grant both of you his mercy and his love. Oh, with all my soul. Who can I tell you?
My dear Mrs. Chupacabra, do you think she'll agree?
Why, of course you will. As if she would. Why, she's crazy for you, good God. Like a lovesick cat. Be right back.
He's calling me around for his flesh all over. It's if I to take a test. But the main thing is to make up my mind and keep it that way. If I take time out to think or to have ideals or talk about it or wait for real love, why, I'll just never get married. I'm so nervous. It's cold in here. And let me tell you something about Lynn's an excellent housekeeper. She's not too bad looking. She's had a great education. What more could I ask for? Oh, I'm so nervous my ears are buzzing. Besides, I just gotta get married. I'm 35 years old. It's sort of a critical age. It's about time I settle down and lead a regular life. It's just that I'm always getting palpitations and I'm nervous and I get upset so easy. But the worst thing isn't right. I get into bed, doze off, and then something inside me jumps. First my head snaps, then my shoulder blade. Then I roll out of bed like a lunatic and try to walk it off. And then I try to go back to bed. But as soon as I do, it starts happening again. 20 times in the night sometimes.
Oh, it's only you. Alma said it was a rich one, but it's good. How do you do out of the silver?
How do you do, my dear Natalia Stepanovna?
Excuse my apron and not being dressed, but we've been shelling peas. You haven't been around lately. Do sit down. Would you like some lunch?
No, thanks. I have some.
Well, then smoke if you want. The weather's nice today, but yesterday it was so wet at work we couldn't get a thing done. Have you much hay? I felt so greedy I had a whole field done, but now I'm not sure I was right. With rain it could rot, couldn't it? I should have waited, but, well, tell me, why are you so dressed up? Is there a dance or something? Of course, I must say you do look splendid, but, well, tell me, why are you so dressed up?
Well, you see, my dear Natalia Stepanovna, I have made up my mind to ask you to listen to me. Of course, it may surprise you, and maybe even make you angry. But God, it's cold in here.
Why? What do you mean? Well,
Well, you see, my dear Natalia Stepanovna, that I've known since childhood, and even known and had the privilege of knowing your parents. My late aunt and her husband, as I've already told you, they left me my estate. Why, the Chiblikovs and Lamons have always been quite friendly. You might even say affectionate. Our land borders each other's. My ox and meadows pitch a birch grove.
I hate to interrupt you, my dear Arvidsovich, but you said my oxmeadows. Do you really think they're yours?
Why, of course they're mine.
What do you mean? They're ours, not yours.
Oh, no, my dear Natalia Stepanovna, they're mine.
Now come, Arvidsovich. How long have they been yours?
How long? Why, as long as I can remember.
You can't expect me to believe that.
But I can show you in the deed, my dear Natalia Stepanovna. Everybody knows they're mine. There was once a dispute about them, but everybody knows that they're mine now. There's nothing to argue about. My aunt's grandmother let your father's grandfather's peasants work the land, and they were supposed to bake bricks for her in return. But naturally, after a few years, they began to think as if it was theirs. But the real truth is,
That has nothing to do with the case. Both my great-grandfather and my grandfather said that their land was as far as the marsh, which means the ox meadows are ours. There's nothing whatever to argue about. It's foolish.
but I can show you in the deed, my dear Natalia Stepanovna.
You're just making fun of me. Great heavens, here we have the land for hundreds of years, and suddenly Neutron tells it isn't ours. Well, that's not being a good neighbor.
My dear Natalia Stepanovna, do you think I'm a fool? Once and for all, the oxen meadows are mine.
A lie, they're ours.
They're mine.
A lie, I'll prove it. I'll set a noise up to meadows once.
What?
My mowers will mow today.
I'll kick them out.
You just dare.
Once and for all, the oxen meadows are mine.
Please don't shout. You can shout all you want in your own house. But here I must ask you to control yourself.
If my heart wasn't palpitating the way it was, and my insides were jumping like mad, I wouldn't be talking to you so calmly. The oxen meadows are mine.
Ours!
Mine.
Ours!
Mine.
Ours! What's going on? Why all the shouting? Mama, be pleased inform this gentleman. Who owns the ox meadows? Here we. Why, they're ours, old fellow.
But that may be yours, my dear Mrs. Chupakov. Be fair. Perhaps my aunt's grandmother did let your father's grandfather's peasants work the land. And maybe they did get so used to it that
Oh,
they
no,
began...
no, my dear boy. You forget something. The reason the peasants didn't pay their aunt's grandmother was the land was disputed even. Since then, it's been settled. Why, everyone knows they're ours.
But I can prove it's mine.
You can't prove a thing.
Yes, I can.
My dear lad, why yell like that? Yelling doesn't prove a thing. Look, I'm not after anything of yours, just as I don't intend to give up anything of mine. Why should I? Besides, if you're going to keep arguing about it, I'd just as soon give the land to the peasants. So there.
They're nothing. Where do you get the right to give away someone else's property?
I certainly ought to have the right, know if I have the right or not, and you had better realize it, because my dear young man, I am not used to being spoken to in that tone of voice. I am twice as old as you are, and I ask you to speak to me without getting yourself in such a tizzy.
Oh, do you think I'm a fool? First you call my property yours, and then you expect me to keep calm and polite? Why, good neighbors don't act that way, my dear Mrs. Chubikoff. You're no neighbor, you're a land grab.
What was that? What did you say? Mom, send the Lois up to the meadows at once. What did you say, sir? The meadows are ours. We'll never give them up. Never, never, never.
Oh, we'll see about that. I'll go to court. I'll show you.
Go to court? Well, go to court. I know you, just waiting for a chance to go to court. You petty-flogging shiesty, you. Your whole family is like that.
You leave my family out of this. Lamonts have always been honorable, upstanding people, and not one of them has ever tried for embezzlement like your grandfather did.
The Lamonts are a pack of lunatics, the whole bunch, the whole bunch. Your grandfather was a drunkard, and what about your other aunt, the one who ran away with the architect, and so forth? And so forth.
Your mother was a hunchback. Oh, what palpitations. Oh, let's hope it was better.
Your father was a rump-soaked gambler. Your aunt was brainless scandalmongers.
Oh, my heart. I got a stitch in my side. Where's my hat? Oh, my heart. Oh.
And don't you ever set foot in my house again! On court, we'll see about that. The devil with him. He's a monster. How can you trust your neighbors after an incident like that? The villain, the scarecrow. What a rascal. First he tries to steal our land, and then he has the nerve to yell at you. That turnip, that stupid rooster has the gall to make a proposal. Some proposal. What proposal? Why, he came to propose to you. To propose? To me? Why didn't you tell me before? So he gets all dressed up in his formal clothes, that stuffed sausage, that dried up cabbage. To propose? To me? Bring him back! Bring him back! Bring who back? Bring him back! Bring him back! What for? What's the matter with you? Go get him! Go get him! Oh, what a fool I am! I'll shoot myself! I ruined her chances! Bring him back! Bring him back! All right, right away! Only don't yell! What are they doing to me? I'm dying! Get him! He's coming, the snake! You talk to him, not in the mood! Bring him back! Bring him back! I told you he was coming! Oh, the agony mother of a grown-up daughter. I'll shoot myself someday. We cursed him, we abused him, we kicked him out, and because of you, me? It was all your fault. My fault? What do you mean, my fault? Talk to him yourself.
Oh, what palpitations. My heart's falling apart. My foot's paralyzed. Oh.
You must forgive us, Ivan Vasilovich. We all got too excited. I remember now. The oxen medals are yours.
My heart's beating something awful. I've got a stitch in my side.
Oh, yes, of course. Do sit down. We were wrong, of course.
But my dear Natalia Stepanovna, I just acted on principle. That land isn't worth that much to me, but the principle.
Yes, the principle. That's what counts. But let's change the subject. I wish I knew how to get going. Are you going to start hunting soon?
After the harvest, I'll try for grouse. But have you heard of my bad luck? My dog Gus, he's gone lame.
Oh, what a pity. Why?
I don't know. He must have gotten in a fight or twisted his leg. Oh, my best dog, to say nothing of the cost. I paid Mironon 125 rubles for him.
That was too high, Ivan Vasilovich.
Why, I thought it was quite cheap. He was a first-class dog.
Mama only paid 85 rubles for Squeezer, and he's much better than Gus.
Oh, Squeezer better than oh, what night is Squeezer better than oh, God.
Of course he's better. He may still be too young, but on points and pedigree, he's better than even Volchanetsky owns.
But my dear Natalia Stepanovna, you're forgetting one thing. Your dog Squeezer's overshot, and overshot dogs are bad runners.
Oh, so he's overshot, is
Yes,
he?
his lower jaw's shorter than his upper.
You've measured them.
Yes, he's okay for pointing, but if you expect him to retreat,
In the first place, our Squeezer's a thoroughbred, the son of harness and chisel. Why, your mutt doesn't even have a pedigree. He's as old as worn out a peddler's horse.
he may be old, but I wouldn't take 5 Squeezers for him. Anybody you can name has a dog like Squeezer. They're under every bush. if you paid 25 rubles for him, you got cheated.
The devil is in you today, Ivan Vasilich. You want to contradict everything. First you try to steal our land, then you have the nerve to say that Gus is better than Squeezer. People should say what they really mean, and you know that Gus is a whole lot worse than Squeezer.
Oh, I can't go on. Squeezer is overshot.
He is not.
He is so.
He is not.
Why shout, my dear lady?
Why talk such nonsense? It's foolish. Your Gus is old enough to be buried.
Oh, but my Gus is 100 times better than your Squeezer.
He's 100 times worse.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't go on. My heart is falling apart. Oh, please shut up.
I won't shut up until you admit that Gus is a whole lot worse than Squeezer.
My heart, my eyebrows, his head, my shoulder. Shut up.
I won't shut up. What's going on now? Mama, will you please tell us which is the better dog? His Gus or our Squeezer?
Why, I implore you, my dear Mrs. Chubakov, to answer one question. Is your dog overshot? Yes or no?
Well, what if he is? He's still the best dog in the neighborhood.
But isn't my dog Gus better? Really?
My dear old man, there's no need to get yourself so caught up. Of course your dog has his good points. Firm on his feet, well-sprung ribs, but you have to admit he has two defects. He's old, and he's short in the muzzle.
Short in the muzzle. Oh, my heart. Oh, let's look at the mirrors. And the Marazinski hunt. My dog ran neck and neck with the count, while your dog was a mile behind.
That's because the couch groom hit him with a whip.
And he was right to. We were hunting foxes. What was your Squeezer doing chasing sheep for?
That's a lie. Now look, let's change the subject before I really get angry. You're just jealous of someone else's dog. Let's change the subject right now.
Oh, you're a schemer. Oh, my heart. That's
Me?
what you are.
A schemer? You shut up.
A schemer.
You baby, you weakling.
You old rat. You Jesuit.
You shut up or I'll shoot you down like a partridge, you idiot.
Oh, my heart. I'm seeing stars. Get a doctor. I'm gonna faint. Oh.
Baby, weakling idiot. I'm getting sick. Me, I'm fully higher than you. You can't even sit on your own horse. Mama, what's the matter with him? Mama, he's dead. What? Who's dead? Not, he's dead. Here, drink this. Can't drink it. He must be dead. Oh my God. I'll shoot myself. I swear I will. What am I waiting for? Give me a knife. Give me a pistol. Look, he's coming too. Here, drink this. There, that's it.
Misty, where am I?
Just you two get married and then the devil with you. She accepts. Kiss her. Yes, yes, I accept.
Kiss?
Kiss her, blast you!
Kiss him. That was nice. Oh, now I see the stars, my heart. Oh, I'm so happy and tight, Stepanova. But, oh, my foot's asleep. Oh.
I'm happy too. Phew, what a load off my shoulders. Well, now maybe you'll admit that Squeeze is better than Gus.
Worse.
Better!
Worse.
Better!
Worse.
Better!
Worse.
Better! Better!
Worse.
So, operator, the blue room, please. The blue room. Is there a pink room? Well, I want the Headley Isla wedding. The green room, that's it. Thank you. Please hurry, operator. It's an emergency. Hello, who is this? Mr. Heisler. Yes, it certainly is the big day. No, everything's just fine. No. Yes, we're coming right down. Mr. Heisler, is my husband there? Well, I'd like to wish you the very best of luck, too. Yes, Gordon's a wonderful boy. Yes, they're both wonderful kids. No, she's as calm as a cucumber. It's a younger generation, I guess. Oh, thank you. Hello, Roy. You better get up here right away. Don't say anything. Just get up here. I hope you're not drunk, because I can't handle this alone. Don't say anything. Just walk leisurely out the door and then get the hell up here as fast as you can. Mimsy, Father's on his way up. Now I want you to come out of that bathroom and get married. Do you hear me? Unlock that door!
got 6 to 8 people downstairs drinking my liquor. If we're gonna have a wedding, let's have a wedding. Come on. Didn't you hear what I said? There's another couple waiting to use the green room. Get Mimsy and let's go.
Roy, can you sit down a minute? I want to talk to you about something.
You want to talk now? You had 21 years to talk while she was growing up. I'll talk to you when they're in Bermuda. Get Mimsy and let's go. Please have a wedding.
We can't have a wedding until you and I have a talk.
Are you crazy? There's 4 musicians playing downstairs for $70 an hour. I'll talk to you when we're dancing. Get Mimsy and let's go.
That's what I want to talk to you about.
Mimsy?
Sit down, you're not going to like this.
Is she sick?
No, she's not sick. Exactly.
What do you mean she's not sick exactly? Either she's sick or she's not sick. Is she sick?
No, she's not sick.
Well then let's have a wedding. Mimsy, there's $200 worth of cocktail. Mimsy? Where's Mimsy?
Promise you're not going to blame me.
Blame you for what? What did you do?
I didn't do anything, but I don't want to get blamed for it.
What's going on here? Are you going to tell me where Mimsy is?
Are you going to take note that you're not going to blame me?
I take it. Now where the hell is she?
She's locked herself in the bathroom and she's not coming out. She's not getting married.
No kidding. Where is she?
She doesn't believe me. I'll kill myself.
Mimsy! 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 All right. What did you say?
I knew it. I knew you'd blame me. You took it off. God will punish you.
I'm not blaming you. I just want to know what stupid thing you said to her that made her do this.
I didn't say anything. I was putting on my lipstick and she was in the bathroom and the door went clicked. It was locked. My whole life was over. What do you want from me?
You didn't say a word.
Nothing.
I see. In other words, you're trying to tell me that a normal, healthy, intelligent 21-year-old college graduate who has driven me crazy the last 2 years with wedding lists, floral arrangements, and choices of assorted hors d'oeuvres has suddenly decided to spend this, the most important day of her life, back in the Plaza
Yes!
Hotel. John,
Yes!
you must have said something.
Roy, what are you going to do?
First, I'm getting a college graduate out of the bathroom. Then we're going to have a wedding, and you and I are going to have a big talk. Missy, I want you and your $400 wedding dress out of there in 5 seconds.
Well, don't threaten her. She'll never come out if you threaten her.
I've got 68 guests, 9 waiters, 4 musicians, one with a wedding license waiting downstairs. This is no time to be diplomatic. Missy, are you coming out, or do we have to have the wedding in the bathroom?
Roy, please try to lower your voice. Everyone's going to hear us.
How long do you think we can keep this a secret? Once that boy says I do and there's no one standing next to him, you're going to suspect something. Missy, are you coming out, or do we have to have the wedding in the bathroom?
Roy, control yourself.
All right. I'll stay here and control myself. You go downstairs and marry the short, skinny kid. What's the matter with you? Don't you realize what's happening?
Yes, I realize what's happening. Our daughter is nervous, frightened, and scared to death.
Of what? Of what? She's been screaming for the last 2 years that if he doesn't ask her to marry him, she'll throw herself off the Guggenheim Museum. What is she scared of?
I don't know. Maybe she's had second thoughts about the whole thing.
Second thoughts? This is no time to be having second thoughts. The first thoughts cost me $8,000.
Is that all you care about? What it's costing you? Aren't you concerned about your daughter's happiness?
Yes, I'm concerned about my daughter's happiness. I'm also concerned about that boy waiting downstairs. A decent, respectable young man who I hope one day is going to teach that daughter of mine to grow up.
You don't have the slightest idea of what's going through her mind right now.
Do you?
I don't know. It could be anything. I don't know. Maybe she thinks she's not good enough for him.
Why? What is he, some kind of a Greek god? He's a plain kid. Nothing. That's ridiculous. Mimsy! Mimsy, open this door. Maybe she's not in there.
She's in there. Oh my God. I think I'm having a heart attack.
I don't hear a peep out of her. Is there a window in there? Maybe she's tried something crazy.
That's right. Tell a woman who's having a heart attack that her daughter's jumped out the window.
Take a look through the keyhole. I want to make sure she's in there.
She's in there. She's in there. Look at this. My hand keeps bouncing off my chest.
she's all right, or do I have to call the house detective?
Why don't you look?
Well, maybe she's taking a bath.
2 minutes before her own wedding?
What wedding? She just called it off.
Wouldn't I have heard the water running?
With that hat, you couldn't have heard Niagara Falls. Now, are you going to look and see if she's all right, or do I have to
I'll
stranger?
look. Oh my God.
What's the matter?
I ripped my stocking.
Is she in there?
She's in there. She's in there. Where am I going to get another pair of stockings now? How am I going to go to the wedding with torn stockings?
If she doesn't show up, who's going to look at you? There she is, sitting in there and crying.
I told you she was in there. The only one in my family to have a daughter married in this class, and I have torn stockings.
Lindsay, I can see you. Do you hear me? Don't turn away from me when I'm talking to you.
Maybe I could run across the bird doors. They have nice stockings.
Lindsay, do you want me to break down the door? Is that what you want? Because that's what I'm going to do if you're not out of there in 5 seconds.
I don't
Stop
have
crying on your dress, use the towel.
I don't have any money. Give me $4. I'll be back in 10 minutes.
10 minutes, show me a very because I've had enough of this nonsense. All right, Mimsy, stand in the shower because I'm breaking down the door.
Why, don't get crazy.
Get out of my way.
Just talk nicely to her. She'll come out if you talk nicely to her.
We already had a nice talking. Now we're going to have a door break.
All right, don't! I knew it!
Don't tell me I knew it. Just get a doctor. Mimsy, I'm not coming in now because I have a broken arm.
Let me see it. Can you move your fingers?
Are you happy now? Your mother has torn stockings and your father has a broken arm. How much longer is this going to go on?
It's not broken. Give me $4. I'll be...
Are you crazy moving a broken arm?
Well, $2. I'll get a cheap pair.
I'm not carrying any cash today. Rent. Everything is rented.
Well, I can't rent stockings.
Wait in the green room. You're of no use to me here. Go wait in the green room.
With torn stockings?
Stand behind the rented potted plant. You're going to be calling from downstairs any second. I'm the one that's going to have to speak to them. Me. That's them. You speak to them.
Well, what happened to me?
Answer it.
What am I going to say?
I don't know. Maybe something that comes to you as you're speaking to them.
Hello? Mr. Eisler? Yes, it certainly is the big moment.
Stop. Whatever you do, stop. Just keep stalling him.
No, we'll be down in 2 minutes.
Are you crazy? I thought I told you to stall him.
I stalled him. You got 2 minutes. What do you want from me?
You always panic. The minute there's a little crisis, you always go to pieces and panic.
Don't wave your broken arm at me. Why don't you use it to get your daughter out of the bathroom?
I could say something to
Then why don't you say it?
you. Because it would start a fight. And I don't want to ruin this day for you. Lindsay, open this door. I think you know I'm not a violent man. I can be stern and strict, but never violent, except when I'm angry. And I'm warning you right now, I am very angry. You can ask your mother.
Mimsy, darling, it's true. Your father's very angry.
This is your father again. If you have a problem you want to discuss, unlock the door and we'll discuss it. I'm not going to ask you this again, Lindsay. I've reached the end of my patience. I'm going to count to 3. And by God, I'm warning you, young lady. By the time I've reached 3, this door had better be open. All right. 1, 2, 3. Where did you fail her?
We didn't fail her.
clang, here comes the bride downstairs. And she's barricaded in a toilet.
All right, if it makes you feel any better, we failed her.
You work and you hope. You save your whole life for this day. And in one click of a door, everything crumbles. Why? What's the answer?
Stop blaming yourself, Lily. It's not your fault. Really.
I'm not blaming myself. I know I've done my best.
And what does that mean?
It means we're not perfect. We make mistakes. We're only human. I've done my best and we failed.
Meaning I didn't do my best?
I didn't say that. I don't know what your best is. Only you know what your best is. Did you do your best?
Of course I did my best.
And I did my best.
Then we both did our best.
So it's not our fault.
That's what I said before.
Unless one of us didn't do our best.
I don't want to discuss it anymore.
All right, then what are we going to do?
I don't know. I'm having a heart attack. You think of something.
How? All right, I'll go down there and tell them.
Tell them. Tell them what?
Well, those people got all dressed up. They deserve some kind of an explanation.
Well, what, you're going down to tell them that our daughter is not marrying their son and that she's locked herself in the bathroom?
What do you want me to do? Start off with 2 good jokes? They're going to suspect something.
Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. If she's not out of there in 5 minutes, we're going out the back door and we're moving to Seattle, Washington. You don't think I'll be able to show my face in the city again, do you? Run! Run!
Did you believe it? Last night I cried. Oh yes, I turned my head to the pillow and I cried. Because today I was losing my little girl. Some stranger was coming and taking my little Lizzie away from me. So I turned my back to you and I cried. Wait till you hear what goes on tonight.
I should have invited your cousin Lily. She wished this on me, I know it. Do you find something funny about this?
Yes, I find it funny that we hired a photographer for $300. And I find it hysterical that the wedding picture is going to be of you and I standing in front of a locked bathroom door. I've already made up my mind. The second I get my hands on her, I'm gonna kill her. Once I show them the wedding bills, no jury on earth will convict me. She can go into a convent. She can become a librarian with thick glasses and a pencil in her hair. Because I'm not paying for any more canceled weddings. Now, are you going to get her out of there, or do I have to start to burn her out?
Get her out! Minzy! Minzy, you want to destroy family? You want to scandal? You want to destroy the name? And is that what you want? Is it? Minzy, is it? Oh, this is hysterical.
What did you do?
I broke my diamond ring.
You're good.
How many do I have?
Hey, you with the false eyelashes! You want to see $8,000 of crushed baguettes? Here, here! This is a worthless family heirloom! And this is the diamond bathroom door! Do you have any idea what I'm going to do now? Do you? Wash my hands like the entire night of a happy wedding. You can take all the items and all the hors d'oeuvres and go to Central Park and have yourself an $8,000 wedding. Because I don't want to see you or your crazy daughter again if I live to be 1,000.
That's right! Run out on me! Run out on your daughter just when they need you!
You don't need me. You need a rhinoceros with a blowtorch. Because no one else can get into that bathroom.
I'll tell you who can get into that bathroom. Someone with love and understanding. Someone who cares about that poor kid who's going through some terrible decision and needs help. Help that only you and I can give her. That's who can get into that bathroom.
Lindsay, this is Daddy. The other problem, darling.
Both Mommy and I want to help you. But how can we help you if you won't talk to us?
Well, maybe she's too choked up to talk.
Mimsy, if you can hear me, not twice for yes and once for no. Good, good. Now, we want to ask you a very, very important question. Do you want to marry Gordon, or don't you?
She said yes, she wants to marry him.
Mimsy, this is no way to have a good conversation. You're going to hurt your knuckles. Won't you come out and talk to us?
Well, don't you understand? It's probably something she can't discuss with her father. There are times when a daughter wants to be well with her mother. Mimsy, would you like me to come in there and talk with you, darling? Is that what you want? Tell me, darling. Is it? What does it say? I would rather talk to Daddy.
I'll try not to be too long.
I would rather talk to Daddy. Does she have to use this kind of paper? Well, maybe I didn't do my best. I always thought we had such a good relationship. Friends, everyone thought we were friends, not mother and daughter. I tried to show her that there could be more. There could be respect and understanding. Just because I don't talk to my mother doesn't mean we can't be different.
The green room, please. Mr. Gordon Eisler. Thank you.
Well, I'm going to have to guess it. Is that it? It's so horrible you can't even tell me. Words can't form in your right mouth. Is that right, Roy? Please tell me. Tell me quickly. I'll get over it. I'm a strong person, Roy.
Gordon? Mr. Hubley, can you come up to 719? Yes, now. She wanted to speak to me because she couldn't bear to say it to both of us at the same time. The reason she's locked herself in the bathroom is because she's afraid.
Afraid? Afraid of what? Well, that Gordon doesn't love her?
No, not that Gordon doesn't love her.
Well, then that she doesn't love Gordon?
No, not that she doesn't love Gordon.
Then what's she afraid of?
She's afraid of what they're going to become.
I don't understand.
Think about it.
What's there to think about? What they're going to become? Well, they love each other. They'll get married. They'll get married to have children. They'll grow old. And, well, they'll become like us. They'll become like us. I never thought about that.
Makes you stop and think. Doesn't it?
Baltimore, Oreo. Follow me. Rose-breasted grosbeak. A black-billed cuckoo. Grace, I saw a black-billed cuckoo.
My name's Muriel, foolish old man.
I know you, Muriel. That's what I call you.
You called me Grace. Grace was your first wife.
I called you Muriel. You're just hard hearing and won't admit it. Grace, Grace. That's what I said.
There, you said it.
What?
You called me Grace.
Silly old woman. I call you Grace, but you call me Harry.
Can't you hear yourself?
What?
I said, can't you hear yourself?
Of course I can hear. It's you that can't hear. I say you call me Harry sometimes. The second husband. Sometimes George at first.
I never did. You're saying that because you call me Grace and once in a while Mary.
You just don't hear.
What's my name?
Silly question. Muriel. You're Muriel. Grace is my first wife and Mary was my... way long ago.
Mary was before Grace.
Were you there? I should know who my first wife was. Lasted woman.
That's safe. Just call me woman. We won't get confused. It's not very flattering, but it's better than being called the names of your other wives. I'm Muriel and you're Harry.
Did you hear? You called me Harry. Pot called the kettle black.
You got me confused, that's all. You always could mix me up. Why, back when we were going to Europe,
We never been to Europe. That was Harry.
we've been to Europe together.
Grace and I went to Europe on our honeymoon. That's when I had money. The bar women had taken it all.
I've been to Europe with you.
You and Harry went to Europe.
I've been to Europe with George, too.
Yes, well, I'm Herbert.
We've never been to Europe.
Singly, not together.
I think we have. You've forgotten.
I've got a perfectly good memory.
You can't even remember my name. We've been to Venice together. You're ashamed to remember because of the scandalous good times we had. You loved me then.
I didn't love you. You were in Venice having a scandalous good time with whichever one it was. Who was it? George or Harry?
It was you.
I've never been to Venice in my life.
And yesterday you said you'd never been to Chicago, and I proved you wrong on that one. Your second daughter by your first wife died there. We went to the funeral.
Grace?
The daughter's name?
No, Grace's girl.
Grace wasn't your first wife, Mary was.
Were you there? I tell you, one was enough. Two was more than plenty. And I don't know what got into me to try the third time.
You were sick. You were too tight to hire a nurse, so you married me.
I got well. Why didn't I kick you out? Now don't cry. You know I don't mean it. You're always crying. Cried buckets at our son's wedding. Took on something awful.
We didn't have any children, and I don't cry. That was Mary. I'm Miriam.
No wonder I'm confused. We got that. You all the time saying, Grace, Mary, Muriel.
I'm just trying to straighten you out.
What's the difference? I answer when you call me Bertie.
I never called you Bernie. I maybe once or twice called you Harry when I woke up sudden like and didn't know where I was. But I never knew of Bernie.
Bertie!
Never heard of him.
He'd be pleased to hear that.
Who was he?
You're carrying on with him when I met you.
I was married to Harry when you met me.
You're carrying on with Bertie. But he cleared out.
That must have been Grace.
You're carrying on with Grace?
No, Grace must have been carrying on with Bernie.
She wasn't married before. I was her first.
Not married, carrying on.
She was married to Harry and carrying on with Bernie.
I thought you said she wasn't married before.
You were. You were.
What day of the week is it? You can't remember anything anymore, Bernie Walters. Senile old man.
That's him.
Who?
Bernie Walters.
I never heard of him.
You just said his name.
You've been saying it here for an hour. I just repeated it.
You said Bernie Walters.
I said I never heard of him. And besides, I wasn't married to Harry when you met me. If I'd been married to Harry, I wouldn't have looked at you. Fine, strapping man, maybe rested. Oh, what he did in Venice.
You see? It was Harry in Venice.
Of course it was Harry in
You
Venice.
said it was me.
You pup. You wouldn't have it in you to do a thing like that.
What? A thing like what?
Oh, don't be jealous of a dead man. I've done my best to forget him, George, like I promised when I married you.
I'm Herbert.
You keep repeating it so you won't forget who you are.
You called me George just now.
A hearing aid's a cheap thing.
See here, Grace.
I'm Muriel.
You talk about me. What about you? Muriel. I'm Muriel.
Coop.
Where? I wouldn't have called you Grace. Grace is soft and gentle and kind.
Why'd you leave her then?
I didn't. She died.
Mary died, your first wife. You got sick of Grace and left her and married me.
Left Grace for you?
Yes, you silly old man.
All wrong.
dancing around in the news.
Mary?
Yes.
I never saw Mary naked. That was her trouble. Cold woman.
That was Grace.
Grace, I saw naked. Oh, how naked. There's never anyone nakeder.
You can only be naked. You can't be more or less naked.
You didn't know Grace.
Mary, I did know Grace.
Naked?
There was tongue in your head.
I never saw you naked.
No, and not likely to. What'd be the point? You couldn't do anything about it.
Oh, that's what you think.
You married me at 70 and were through then, except for dreaming.
You're lying. We had some good goes together down by the beach.
We were never near a beach, and you were never near me in that way.
Old women forget. Forget the joys of the flesh. Why is that?
I don't forget Bernie.
Who?
Bernie Walters.
Never heard of it.
My second husband. I was married to him when Harry came along. Then Harry went away and you came along. A long time after. Platonic marriage. That's what we've had, George. But that's all right.
Not under the willow tree that June?
What willow tree?
Oh, I've been good to you, Mary. For all your carpeting falling off in your old age. 'Cause I remember that willow tree. Muriel never knew about it. We were wicked.
If I thought you knew what you were talking about, I'd get mad. But I know you're just babbling. Babbling Bernie, that's you. Herbert used to say, how can you listen to him babble?
I'm Herbert.
Go on, if it makes you feel more secure. Keep reminding yourself.
You called me Bernie just now.
Oh, sure, and you've never been to Chicago.
I have so. I went there when my daughter died.
Well, I'm glad you admit it.
Why shouldn't I? It's so. You just try to confuse me. Bernie, Harry, George, Grace, Mary.
You started a long time ago, Slippy. Only then you were more honest about it. Very touching. When we went to Florida and you gave me the tickets and said, Grace, take care of the tickets. My mind's set.
You're Muriel.
That's right, lovey, I'm Muriel.
You refer to yourself as Grace.
Oh, very likely, very likely.
I was running away from Florida with you. And I was so old, I couldn't remember the tickets. And I said, Grace, take care of the tickets.
You're getting a lot of things, you're running a lot of things that happened at different times together now. Maybe you should just sit quiet for a while, Harry, until you get it straightened out.
I'm Herbert.
That's right. We'll start from there. You're Herbert and I'm Grace.
You're Muriel.
That's right. Now just leave it at that or you won't sleep tonight.
I always sleep.
A fortune for sleeping pills.
Never had one in my life.
And you've never been to Chicago either, I suppose.
Never. Why should I have been to Chicago?
Only because our daughter died there.
We had no children together.
I think we shouldn't talk anymore. You're getting confused.
You never let me near your lily white body.
Oh, and what about that time under the willow tree? I think that's when we conceived Ralph.
Who's Ralph?
Ralph is your stepson. Good God.
I conceived my stepson under the willow tree.
I'd prefer if we just remain quiet for a while. You can't follow a train of thought for more than a moment, and it's very tiring jumping back and forth. Just close your eyes and rest a while. Are your eyes hurting you?
No?
That medicine must be very good then.
What medicine?
You see, that's what I need.
I never had any medicine for my eyes.
I think we shouldn't talk anymore. Let's think of happier days.
Dennis,
Oh yes, wasn't that lovely? You were so gallant, if slightly shocking. The beach, the willow tree.
you running around naked. Lovely. Lovely.
Yes, lovely. Lovely.
Oh, yeah.
That's a disgrace.
You go to Fairview High School. You better have that on, James.
He does.
Sure does.
50 times 51 times 7 and then times 7 times to get the math.
Hi, Kirsten. Is that wrinkles on your forehead, too?
This picture.
My girlfriend.
As well.
I'll tell you something on slowing down, take 325. Cut.
If Shonda was doing your makeup right now, I'd slap you.
Okay, I did
What's Mr. Shaw?
Get up, Russian.
Hey, guys, you're fine. Ready to say hi to me, Evian?
Heather, look at the camera.
No.
I'll talk about this one.
Old age.
Yeah.
Now, Don, you can come and old mine.
Oh, where are those? Oh, wait, I got you.
I can't do it. I keep screwing myself up. Don't.
You didn't do it yet.
Yes, you do. He did. That's when he cinched my eye off.
Trying to put it back on or what? All right.
Oh, not too bad. And you?
Oh, we manage. Do sit down, please. You know you've been neglecting your neighbors. It's been ages. Say, why the formal dress, tails, bells, and so forth? Where's the funeral, my boy? Where are you headed?
Nor, I mean here, just to see you, my dear Mrs. Chubikoff.
Then why the full dress? It's not New Year's.
Well, you see, my dear Mrs. Chubikoff, I have come here to bother you with a request. More than once or twice, or more than that, it has been my privilege to apply to you for assistance in things. And well, you've always responded, yes. I mean, I get all confused. Could I have a glass of water, my dear Mrs. Chubikoff?
Wants to borrow some money. Not a chance. What can I do for you, dear boy?
My dear Mrs. Longitude, I mean, my dear Mrs. Tula, I mean, I get all confused as you can see. To make a long story short, you're the only one who can help me. Of course, I don't deserve it, and I shouldn't expect you to and all that.
Stop beating around the bush. Out with it.
In a minute. I mean now. I mean, you're going to taste of Nona. I have come to ask her to marry me.
Great heavens, Ivan Vasilovich, say it again.
I have come humbly to ask her.
You're a prince. I'm overwhelmed, delighted, yes indeed, now then. And this is just what I've been hoping for. It's my fondest dreams come true. And you know, I've always looked upon
My dear Mrs. Chubacom, do you think she'll agree?
Why, of course she will. As if she wouldn't. Why, she's crazy for you, good God, like a lovesick cat. Be right back.
God, it's cold in here. I'm goose sweat all over. As if I had to take a test. But the main thing is to make up my mind and keep it that way. Because if I take time out to think or talk about it or hesitate or wait for real love, why, I'll just never get married. Oh, it's so cold. Besides, I tell you something, Olga is an excellent housekeeper. She's not too bad looking. She's got an excellent education. What more could I ask for? Nothing. Oh, I'm so nervous, my ears are buzzing. Besides, I've just got to get married. I'm 35 years old, and it's sort of a critical age. It's about time I settle down and lead a regular life. It's just that I'm always getting palpitations, and I'm nervous, and I get upset so easy. But the worst thing is at night. I get into bed, doze off, and then something inside me jumps. First my head's going to my shoulder. Then I roll out of bed like a lunatic and try to walk it off. But then I try to go back to bed. But as soon as I do, it starts happening again. 20 times a night.
Oh, it's only you. All along, so there was a merchant come to collect his goods. How do you do, Ida Vasilovich?
How do you do, my dear Miss?
Excuse my apron and not being dressed, but we've been shelling peas. You haven't been around lately. Do sit down. Would you like some lunch?
No, thanks. I have some.
Well, then smoke if you want. The weather's nice today, but yesterday it was so wet work we couldn't get a thing done. Have you much hay? I felt so greedy I had a whole field done, but now I'm not sure I was right. With the rain it could rot, couldn't it? I should have waited, but well, tell me, why are you so dressed up? Is there a dance or something? Of course, I must say you do look splendid, but well, tell me why you're so dressed up.
Well, you see, my dear Stepanova, I've made up my mind to ask you to. I've made up my mind to ask you to listen to me. Of course, it may surprise you, and maybe even make you angry. But God, it's cold in here.
Why? What do you mean? Well?
Oh, my dear Stepanova, that I've known since childhood, and even known and had the privilege of knowing your parents. Why, my late aunt and her husband, as you already know, left me my estate, where they always had the greatest respect for your mother and your late father. And as you know, our land borders each other. My aunt's meadows touch a birch grove.
I hate to interrupt you, my dear Ida Vasilovich, but you said plasmas. Do you really think they're yours?
Why, of course they're mine.
What do you mean? They're ours, not yours.
Oh, no, my dear Natalia Stepanova, they're mine.
Now come on, Ida Vasilovich, how long have they been yours?
How long? Oh, why, as long as I can remember.
Oh, really? You can't expect me to believe that.
But I can show you the deed, my dear Natalia Stepanovna. There's nothing to argue about. Everybody knows there's mine. There was once a time when my aunt's grandmother let your father's grandfather's peasants work the land, but they were supposed to make bricks for her. But naturally, after a few years, they began to think as if they owned it. But the real truth is that...
That has nothing to do with the case. Both my great-grandfather and my grandfather said that their land went as far as the marsh. And the oxen meadows are ours. There's nothing we ever talk about. It's foolish.
But I can show you the deed, Natalia Stepanovna.
You're just making fun of me. Great heavens, here we have the land for hundreds of years, and you trying to tell us it isn't ours. Ugh.
Oh, my dear Natalia Stepanovna, I can prove it. My aunt's grandmother did let your father's grandfather's peasants work the land, and they did get so used to it that they began to think as if it was theirs. And so, after a few years, she began to ask them to pay her, but they did.
It's just nonsense, this whole business about aunts and grandmothers and grandfathers. The oxen meadows are ours, and that's all there is to it.
They're mine.
Ours! You can go on talking for 2 days, and from 15 you because of 20 pairs of clothes. But I tell you they're ours, ours, ours!
My dear lady, the oxen meadows aren't that important to me, but they're just mine, and I'm not going to give them up.
You're not?
No.
You better, because they're ours!
They're mine.
Ours!
Mine.
Ours! What's going on? Why all the shouting? Mama, be pleased and go to something. Who owns the oxen? Here we. Why, they're ours, old fellow.
But how can they be yours, my dear Mrs. Chubikoff? Be fair. Perhaps my aunt's grandmother did let your father's grandfather's peasants work the land. And maybe they did get so used to it that they began to think as if it was theirs.
Oh, no, my dear boy, you forget something. The reason the peasants didn't pay your aunt's grandmother was that the land was disputed even then. Since then, it's been settled. Why, everyone knows they're ours.
But I can prove it's mine.
You can't prove a thing, old boy.
Yes, I can.
My dear lad, why yell like that? Yelling doesn't prove a thing. Look, I'm not after anything of yours, just as I don't intend to give up anything of mine. Besides, if you you're going to keep arguing about it, I'd just as soon give the land to the peasants. So there.
They're nothing. Where'd he get the right to give away someone else's property?
I certainly ought to know if I have the right or not, and you had better realize it, because, my dear young man, I'm not used to being spoken to in that tone of voice. I am twice as old as you are, and I ask you to speak to me without getting yourself in such a tizzy.
Oh, if my heart wasn't palpitating the way it was, if my insides were jumping all over, I wouldn't be talking so calmly. The oxen meadows are mine.
There are! The Lamonts are a pack of lunatics, the whole bunch of them!
You leave my family out of this. The Lamonts have always been honorable, upstanding people, and not a one of them was ever tried for embezzlement like your grandfather was.
Your grandfather was a drunkard, and what about your other aunt? The one who ran away with the architect, and so forth. And so forth.
Your mother was a hunchback. Oh, my heart. Oh, I've seen the stars. Everybody knows there's no last collections you brought. Oh, my heart.
Your father was a drunkard, and your aunt was queen of scandalmongers.
Where's my hat? How do I get out of here?
And don't you ever set foot in my house again! Oh, how can you stand people like that? The devil with him!
He's a monster. Bert, how can you trust your neighbors after an incident like that?
The villain, the scarecrow.
What a rascal. First he tries to steal our land, and then he has the nerve to yell at you.
Yes, and that turnip, that stupid rooster has the gall to make a proposal. Some proposal!
What proposal?
When he came to propose to you.
To propose? To me? Why didn't you tell me before?
So he gets all dressed up in his formal clothes, that stuffed sausage, that dried up cabbage.
To propose? To me? Oh, bring him back! Bring him back!
Bring who back?
Bring him back! Don't get him!
What for? What's the matter with you?
Don't get him!
Oh, what a fool I am! I'll shoot myself! I ruined her chances!
Bring him back!
All right, my family, don't yell!
What are they doing to me? I'm dying!
He's coming, Miss Snake. You talk to him. I'm not
Bring
gonna
him
move.
back! Bring him back!
I told you he was coming. Oh, the agony to be the mother of a grown-up daughter. I'll shoot myself someday. We cursed him, we abused him, we kicked him out, and now because of you,
Me? It was all your fault!
my fault? What do you mean, my fault? Talk to him yourself.
Oh, what palpitations. My heart. My blood's absolutely asleep. I've got a stitch in my side.
You must forgive us, Ivan Vasilovich. We all got too excited. I remember now. The oxen meadows are yours.
My heart's beating something awful. My head, I'm seeing stars.
Oh, yes, yes, they're yours. And do sit down. I remember now. We were wrong, of course.
My dear Natalia Stepanovna, I just acted on principle. The oxen meadows aren't worth that much to me. But the principle.
Yes, yes, the principle. That's what counts. But let's change the subject. I wish I knew how to get them going. Are you going to start hunting soon?
After the harvest, I'll try for grouse. But have you heard of my bad luck? My dog Gus, he's gone lame.
Oh, what a pity. Why?
I don't know. He must have gotten a bite or twisted his leg. Oh, my best dog, to say nothing of the cost. I paid Mironov 125 rubles for him.
That was too high, Ivan Vasilovich.
Why, I thought it was quite cheap. Gus is a first-class dog.
Well, Mama only paid 85 rubles for Squeezer, and he's much better than Gus.
Squeezer better than Gus. Oh, what an idea. Squeezer's better than Gus.
Of course he's better. He may still be too young, but on points and pedigree, he's better than even Bolshinitsky owns.
But my dear Natalia Stepanovna, aren't you forgetting that your dog Squeezer's overshot? And I heard overshot dogs are bad hunters.
Oh, so he's overshot, is he?
Indeed he is. His lower jaw's shorter than his upper.
You've measured them.
Yes, he's okay for pointing, but if you expect him to retrieve.
In the first place, our Squeezer's a thoroughbred, the son of harness and chisel, while your mutt doesn't even have a pedigree. He's an old and worn out as a peddler's horse.
He may be old, but I wouldn't take 5 Squeezers for him. What are you arguing about? Squeezer's a laugh, Gus is a dog. Everybody you can name has a dog like Squeezer. They're under every bush. If you paid 25 rubles for him, you got cheated.
The devil's in you today, Ivan Vasilovich. You want to contradict everything. First you try to steal our land, and then you have the nerve to say that Gus is better than Squeezer. People should say what they really mean, and you know that Squeezer's 100 times better than Gus.
Oh, so you think I'm a fool? Once and for all, Squeezer's overshot.
He has not!
He has
He
not.
has not!
Why shot, my dear lady?
Why talk such nonsense? It's foolish!
My dog Gus, why, he's 100 times better than your Squeezer.
100 times worse.
Oh, I can't
My heart. Oh, please shut up.
I won't shut up until you admit that
It's worse.
better.
He's worse.
What's going on now? Look, we place house just to bet it up. His Gus or our squeezer?
Why, I implore you, my dear Mrs. Chupacop, to answer one question. Is your dog Squeezer overshot? Yes or no?
Well, what if he is? Still the best dog in the neighborhood.
But isn't my dog Gus better? Really?
Well, what if he... Oh, no need to get yourself so brought up. Of course your dog has his good points. Firm on his feet, well sprung ribs, but you have to admit he has two defects. He's old and he's short in the muzzle.
Short in the muzzle. Oh, my heart. Let's look at the facts. In the Mirazinski hunt, my dog ran neck and neck with the Count, while yours was a mile behind.
That's because the Count's groom hit him with a whip.
And he was right to. We were hunting foxes. What was your dog chasing sheep for?
That's a lie. Look, let's change the subject before I really get angry. Anyway, you're just arguing because we're jealous of somebody else's dog. Who can help it? As soon as you realize someone else's dog is better than yours, in this case ours, you started with this and that, and the next thing you know, pure jealousy. I remember the whole thing.
I remember too.
I remember too. What do you remember?
Oh, my heart. Everybody knows that you used to beat your husband. Oh.
It's a low, mean, spiteful thing to say. Baby, weakling idiot.
You old rat. You Jesuit.
You shut up, you partridge, or I'll shoot you down like an idiot.
Oh, my heart. Oh, I'm seeing stars. Get a doctor. I feel faint. Oh.
What kind of a hunt are you? You can't even sit on your own horse. Mama, what's the matter with him? Mama, I'm the solution. He's dead. What? Who's dead? I'm the solution. I'm the solution. Oh, my God. He's dead. Here, drink this. He can't drink it. Oh, my God. He must be dead. I'll shoot myself. I swear I will. What am I waiting for? Give me a knife. Give me a pistol. Look, he's coming too. Here, drink this.
Misty, where am I?
Just you two get married and then the devil with you. She accepts. Yes, yes, I accept. He's alive. Kiss her, blast you.
Kiss him. That was nice. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, now I get it. My heart, the stars. Oh, my foot's asleep.
I'm happy too. What a load off my shoulders. Well, now maybe you admit that Squeezer's better than Gus.
Words.
Better!
Words.
Hello, operator. The blue room, please. The blue room? The pink room? I want to have the eyes of the wedding. The green room, that's it, thank you. Please hurry, operator, it's an emergency. Hello, who is this? Mr. Eisler. Yes, it certainly is a big day. No, everything's just fine. Mr. Eisler, is my husband there? I'd like to wish you the very best of luck to Mr. Eisler. Yes, Gordon's a wonderful boy. Yes, they're both wonderful kids. No, she's as calm as a cucumber. Younger generation, I guess. Oh, thank you. Hello, Roy. You better get up here right away. Don't ask questions, just get up here. I hope you're not drunk, because I can't handle this alone. Don't say anything. Just walk leisurely out the door and then get the hell up here as fast as you can. Mincy, your father's on his way up. Now I want you to come out of that bathroom right now and get married. Do you hear just nervous. Everyone goes through that on their wedding day. So please come out of the bathroom and get married. Missy, if you don't care about your life, think about mine. Your father will kill me. Missy, he's here. No, please come out of the bathroom and get married. If you want, I'll have it all next week, but please come out. All right, I'm letting your father in. Heaven help the three of us.
What are you doing standing there? There are 6 to 8 people downstairs drinking my liquor. We're gonna have a wedding. Let's have a wedding. Come on. Didn't you hear what I said? There's another couple waiting to use the green room. Get Mimsy and let's go.
Boy, can you sit down a minute? I want to talk to you about something.
You want to talk now? You had 21 years to talk while she was growing up. I'll talk to you when they're in Bermuda. Can we please have a wedding?
No, we can't have a wedding until you and I have a talk.
Are you crazy? While you and I are here talking, there are 4 musicians playing downstairs for $70 an hour. I'll talk to you when we're dancing. Get Mimsy and let's go.
That's what I want to talk to you about.
Mimsy?
Yeah, we're not going to like this.
Is she sick?
She's not sick exactly.
What do you mean she's not sick exactly? Either she's sick or she's not sick. Is she sick?
Oh, she's not sick.
Well, then let's have a wedding. Mimsy, I've got $200. Mimsy? Where's Mimsy?
Promise you're not going to blame me.
Blame me for what? What did you do?
I didn't do anything, but I don't want to get blamed for it.
What's going on here? Are you going to tell me where Mimsy is?
Are you going to take it up that you're not going to blame me?
I take it. Now where the hell is she?
Just locked yourself in the bathroom and she's not giving me that shit I came in.
Okay, where is she?
Don't believe me, I'll kill myself.
Mimsy! 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 All right. What did you say?
I knew you. Maybe you took it off. God will punish you.
I'm not blaming you. I just want to know what stupid thing you said to her that made her do this.
I didn't say anything. I was putting on my lipstick and she was in the bathroom. The door went clicked. It was locked. My whole life was over. What do you want from me?
And you didn't say a word. I see. In other words, you're trying to tell me that a normal, healthy, intelligent 21-year-old college graduate who has driven me crazy the last 18 months with wedding lists, floral arrangements, and choices of assorted hors d'oeuvres has suddenly decided to spend this, the most important day of her life, locked in the Plaza Hotel. John, you must have said something.
Roy, what are you going to do?
First, I'm getting the college graduate out of the bathroom. Then we're going to have a wedding. Then you and I are going to have a big talk. Mimsy, I want you and your $400 wedding dress out of there in 5 seconds.
Well, don't threaten her. She'll never come out if you threaten her.
I've got 68 guests, 9 waiters, 4 musicians, and a boy with a wedding list waiting upstairs. This is no time to be diplomatic. Mimsy, are you coming out, or do we have to have the wedding in the bathroom?
Try to lower your voice. Everyone's going to hear us.
How long do you think we can keep this a secret? Once that boy says I do, and there's no one standing next to him, they're going to suspect something. Lindsay, you can't stand there forever. We only have the room until 6 o'clock.
Roy, try to control yourself.
All right. I'll stay here and control myself. You go downstairs and marry the short skinny kid. What's the matter with you? Don't you realize what's happening?
Yes, I realize what's happening. Our daughter is nervous, frightened, and scared to death.
Of what? Of what? She's been screaming for the last 2 years that if he doesn't ask her to marry him, she'll throw herself off the Guggenheim Museum. What is she scared of?
I don't know. Maybe she's had second thoughts about the whole thing.
Second thoughts? This is no time to be having second thoughts. The first thought's cost me $8,000.
Is that all you care about? What it's costing you? Are you concerned about your daughter's happiness?
Yes, I'm concerned about my daughter's happiness. I'm also concerned about that boy waiting downstairs. A decent, respectable, intelligent young man who I hope one day is going to teach that daughter of mine to grow.
I don't have the slightest idea what's going through her mind right now. I don't know. It could be anything. Maybe she thinks she's not good enough for him.
Why? What is he, some kind of a Greek god? He's a plain kid. Nothing. That's ridiculous. Mimsy, open this door. Maybe she's not in there.
She's in there. Oh my God. think it's having a heart attack.
I don't hear a peep out of her. Is there a window in there? Maybe she's tried something crazy.
That's right. Tell a woman who's having a heart attack her entire jumped out the window.
Take a look through the keyhole. I'll make sure.
She's in there. She's in there. Look at this. My head keeps bouncing off my chest.
Are you gonna look to see if she's in there, or do I call a house detective?
Why don't you look?
Maybe she's taking a bath.
2 minutes before her own wedding.
What? Wait, she just called it off.
When I heard the water running.
With that hat, you could have heard Niagara Falls. Now, are you going to look to see if she's all right? Do I ask a
I want
stranger?
to look. Oh my God.
Well, what's the matter?
I've ripped my stocking.
Is she in there?
She's in there. She's in there. Where am I going to get another pair of stockings now? How am I going to go to the wedding to torn stockings?
Well, if she doesn't show up, who's going to look at you? There she is, sitting in there and crying.
I told you she was in there. The only one in my family I have a daughter married in the plaza and I have torn stockings.
Lindsay, I can see you. Do you hear me? Don't turn away from me when I'm talking to you.
Maybe I can run across Birdsburg. They have nice stockings.
Lindsay, do you want me to break down the door? Is that what you want? Because that's what I'm going to do if you're not out of there in 5 seconds. Stop crying on your dress. Use the towel.
I don't have any money. Give me $4. I'll be back in 10 minutes.
In 10 minutes, she'll be a married woman because I've had enough of this nonsense. All right, Mimsy, stand in the shower because I'm breaking down the door.
Right. Don't get crazy.
Get out of my way.
Just let it nicely to her. She'll be back to talk nicely.
We have already had a nice talking. Now we're going to have a door break.
No, Roy, no! I knew it.
Don't tell me I did it. Just get the doctor. Mimsy, I'm not coming in now because I have a broken arm.
Can you move your fingers?
Are you happy now? Your father has a broken arm and your mother has torn stockings. How much longer is this going to go on?
It's not broken. Give me $4 for the other hand. I have to get some stockings.
Are you crazy moving a broken arm?
$2. I'll take a cheap pair.
I'm not carrying any cash today. Everything is rented.
Well, I can't rent stockings.
Wait in the green room. You're of no use to me here. Go wait in the green room.
With torn stockings?
Stand behind the rented, potted plant. They're going to be calling from downstairs in any second, and I'm the one that's going to have to speak to them. Me! Ask them you speak to them.
What happened to me?
Answer it.
What am I going to say?
I don't know. Maybe something will come to you as you're speaking to them.
Hello? Mr. Heisler. Yes, it certainly is a big moment.
Stall it, Mary. Just stall it. Just keep stalling it.
Yes, we'll be down in 2 minutes.
Are you crazy? I thought I told you to stall him.
I stalled him. You got 2 minutes. What do you want from me?
You always panic. The minute there's a little crisis, you always go to pieces and panic.
Don't wave your broken arm at me. Why don't you use it to put your daughter out of the bathroom? Then why don't you say it?
Because it would start a fight, and I don't want to ruin this day for you. Mimsy, I think you know I'm not a violent man. I can be stern and strict, but never violent, except when I'm angry. And I'm warning you, right now, I am very angry. You can ask your mother.
Mimsy, it's true, darling. Your father's very angry.
This is your father again. I'm going to count to 3. By the time I reach 3, this door better be open. All right. 1, 2, 3. They're playing Here Comes the Bride downstairs, and she's barricaded in the toilet. You must have failed her.
All right. If it makes you feel any better, we failed her.
You work and you hope and you save your whole life for this day. And in one click of a door, everything crumbles. Why? What's the answer?
It's not your fault. You want to stop blaming yourself.
I'm not blaming myself. I know I've done my best.
And what does that mean?
It means we're not perfect. We make mistakes. We're only human. I've done my best and we failed.
Meaning I didn't do my best?
I didn't say that. I don't know what your best is. Only you know what your best is. Did you do your best?
Well, of course I did my best.
And I did my best.
Then we both did our best.
So it's not our
That's
fault.
what I said before.
Unless one of us didn't do our best.
I don't want to do my best anymore.
All right, then what are we going to do?
I don't know. I'm having a heart attack. You think of something.
How? All right, I'll go down there and tell them.
Tell him. Tell him what?
I don't know. Those people deserve some kind of an explanation. They got all dressed up, didn't they?
You're going downstairs to tell them that our daughter is not marrying their son and that she's locked herself in the bathroom?
What do you want me to do? Start off with 2 good jokes? We're going to find out sometime.
I'll tell you what we're going to do. She's not out in 5 minutes. We're going out the back door. We're moving to Seattle, Washington. You don't think I'll be able to show my face in the city again, do you? Run! Run!
Would you believe it? Last night I cried. Oh yes. I turned my head to the pillow and I cried. Because today I was losing my little girl. Some stranger was coming and taking my little Lindsay away from me. So I turned my back to you and I cried. Wait to hear what goes on tonight.
Should have invited your cousin Lily. She wished this on me, I know it. Do you find something funny about this?
Yes, I find it funny. We hired a photographer, $300. And I find it hysterical that the wedding pictures are going to be of you and I standing in front of a locked bathroom door. I've already made up my mind. The second I get my hands on her, I'm gonna kill her. Once I show them the wedding bills, no juror will convict me. She can go to a convent. She can become a librarian with thick glasses and a pencil in her hair. Because I'm not paying for any more canceled weddings. Now you're gonna get her out of there, do I have to start to burn her
I'll get her
out?
out, I'll get her out. Lindsay, you wanted to strike down me, you wanted to stab me, you wanted to story the day that didn't follow, you wanted to kill it!
What did you do?
I broke in my diamond ring.
Your good diamond ring. Hey, you with the false eyelashes! You want to see $8,000 with the crushed baguettes? Here, this is a worthless family heirloom. And this is a diamond bathroom door. Do you have any idea what I'm going to do? Do you? I'm going to wash my hands on the entire Eisler Hubby wedding. Take all the Eislers and all the Hubblies and go to Central Park and have yourself an $8,000 picnic. I'm going down to the old road and I'm going to get blind. I don't mean drunk, I mean blind. Because I don't want to see you or your crazy daughter again if I live to be 1,000.
That's right! Run out on me! Run out on your daughter just when we need you!
You don't need me. You need a rhinoceros with a blowtorch. Because no one else can get into that bathroom.
I'll tell you, if you get into that bathroom, someone with love and understanding, someone who cares about that poor kid who's going through some terrible decision, and needs our help. Help that only you and I can give her. Perhaps we can get into that bathroom now.
Lindsay, this is Daddy. Is something wrong, dear? I want to help you. Both Mommy and I do. But how can we help you if you won't talk to us?
I bet she's too choked up to talk.
Mimsy, if you can hear me, knock twice for yes and once for no. Good. Now, we want to ask you a very, very important question. Do you want to marry Borden or don't you?
She said yes, she wants to marry him.
She said no, she doesn't want to marry him.
No, it was 2 knocks. 2 knocks is yes.
It wasn't 2 yes knocks. It was 2 single no knocks. She doesn't want to marry him.
I distinctly heard, yes, I want to marry him.
It wasn't 2 yes, I want to marry No, no, she doesn't want to know.
Ask her again. Mimsy, what did you say, darling? Yes or no? See? There it isn't quite English. You never could talk to your daughter anyway.
Mimsy, this is not a good way to have a conversation. You're going to hurt your knuckles.
Well, don't you understand? She probably can't discuss it with her father. It's probably something she can only discuss with her brother. Nancy, would you like me to come in there and talk with you, darling? Is that what you want? Is it? Tell me, darling. What does it say? I would rather talk to Daddy.
I'll try not to be too...
I would rather talk to Daddy. Chat? Paper? Well, maybe I didn't do my best. I always thought we were such good friends. We had such a good relationship. Not everybody thought we were friends, not mother and daughter. Trying to show that we could be respect and understanding. Just because I don't talk to my mother doesn't mean we can't be different.
The green room, please. Mr. Borden Eisler. Thank you.
Well, what did she say? I'm going to have to guess it. Is that it? It's so horrible you can't even tell me. Words can't form in your mouth. Tell me quickly, Roy. I'll get over it. I'm a strong person.
Borden, Mr. Hubley, can you come up to 719? Yes, now. She wanted to talk to me because she couldn't bear to say it to both of us at the same time. The reason she's locked herself in the bathroom is because she's afraid.
Afraid? Afraid of what? Well, that Gordon doesn't love her?
No, not that Borden doesn't love her.
Well, then that she doesn't love Gordon?
No, not that she doesn't love Borden.
Well, then what is she afraid of?
Think about it.
What do you mean? Well, they'll get married. They'll have children. And they'll grow old. They'll become like us. I never thought about that.
Makes you stop and think, doesn't it?
Baltimore, Oreo. Probably. Roasty. A black-billed cuckoo. Grace, I saw a black-billed cuckoo.
My name's Miriam, foolish old man.
I know you, Muriel. That's what I called you.
You called me Grace. Grace was your first wife.
I called you Miriam. You're just hard-headed, won't admit it. Grace, that's what I said.
There, you said it.
What?
You called me Grace.
Silly old woman. I call you Grace, but you call me Harry.
Can't you hear yourself?
What?
I said, can't you hear yourself?
Of course I can hear. You that can't hear. I say you call me Harry.
don't hear.
What's my name?
Silly question. Muriel. You're Muriel. Grace was my first wife, and Mary was my... way long ago.
Mary was before Grace.
No, she wasn't.
She was.
I should know who my first wife was. Lasted woman.
That's safe. Just call me woman. We won't get confused. It's not very flattering, but it's better than being called the names of your other wives. I'm Muriel, and you're Harry.
Did you hear me? You called me Harry. Pot called me kettle black.
You got me confused, that's all. You always could these fields. Why, back when we were going to Europe,
We never been to Europe. That was Harry.
I've been to Europe with you.
Grace and I went to Europe on our honeymoon. That's when I had money. Before women had taken it all.
We've been to Europe.
You and Harry went to Europe.
I've been to Europe with George, too.
Yes, well, I'm Herbert.
What's my name? We've been to Europe together. You're ashamed to remember because of the scandalous good times we had. You loved me then.
I didn't love you when you were in Europe having a scandalous good time with whichever one it was. Who was it? George or Harry?
It was you.
I've never been to Europe.
Oh, sure. And yesterday you said you'd never been to Chicago, and I proved you wrong on that one. Your second daughter by your first wife died there. We went to the funeral.
Grace?
The daughter's name?
No, Grace's girl.
Grace wasn't your first wife. Mary was.
Were you there? I tell you, one was enough. Two was more than plenty. I don't know what got into me to try the third time.
You were sick, and you were too tight to hire a nurse. So you married me.
I got well. Why didn't I kick you out? Now don't cry. You know I don't mean it. You're always crying. Cried buckets at our son's wedding. Took on something awful.
We didn't have any children, and I don't cry. That was Mary. I'm Muriel.
No wonder I'm confused. Which I'm not. But you all the time saying Grace, Mary, Muriel.
I'm just trying to straighten you out.
What's the difference? I answer when you call me Bernie.
I never called you Bernie. I maybe once or twice called you Harry when I woke up sudden like and didn't know where I was. But I never knew of Bernie.
Bernie.
Never heard of him.
He'd be pleased to hear that.
Who was it?
You're carrying on with him when I met you.
I was married to Harry when you met.
And carrying on with Bernie. Let me clear it out.
That must have been Grace.
You're carrying on with Grace.
No, Grace must have been carrying on with Bernie.
She wasn't married before. I was the first.
Not Mary, carrying on.
She was married to Harry and carrying on with Bernie.
I thought you said she wasn't married before.
You were. You were.
What day of the week is it?
What's that got to do with it?
You can't remember anything anymore, Bernie Walters, you senile old man.
That's him.
Who?
Bernie Walters.
I never heard of him.
You just said his name.
You've been saying it here for an hour. I just repeated it.
You said Bernie Walters.
I said I never heard of him. And besides, I wasn't married to Harry when we met. If I'd been married to Harry, I wouldn't have looked at you. Fine, strapping man. May he rest in peace. Oh, what he did in Venice.
You see? It was Harry in Venice.
Of course it was Harry in Venice.
You said it was me.
You, huh, you wouldn't have it in you to do a thing like that.
What? A thing like what?
Oh, don't be jealous of a dead. I've done my best to forget him, George, like I promised when I married you.
I'm Herbert.
And Peter it so you won't forget who you are.
You called me George just now.
A hearing aid's a cheap thing.
See here, Grace.
I'm Muriel.
You talk about me. What about you? Muriel. I'm Muriel. Cuckoo. Where? I wouldn't have called you Grace. Grace is soft and gentle and kind.
Why'd you leave her then?
I didn't. She died.
Mary died, your first wife. You got sick of Grace and left her and married me.
Left Grace for you?
Yes, you foolish old man.
All wrong. Grace is my darling.
She drove you crazy.
My first love.
Mary.
Mary drove me crazy.
She was your first love. You told me about it often. The two of you young colts prancing around in the
Mary?
Yes.
I never saw Mary naked. That was her trouble. Cold woman.
That was Grace.
Grace, I saw naked. Oh, how naked. There's never any nakeder.
You can only be naked. You can't be more or less naked.
You didn't know Grace.
Mary, I did know Grace. Keep a civil tongue in your head.
I never saw you naked.
No, and not likely to. What'd be the point? You couldn't do anything about it.
Oh, that's what you think.
You married me at 70 and were through then, except for dreaming.
You're lying. We had some good goes together down by the beach.
We were never near a beach, and you were never near me in that way.
Old women forget. Forget the joys of the flesh. Why is that?
I don't forget Bernie.
Who?
Bernie Walters.
Never heard of him.
My second husband. I was married to him when Harry came along. Then Harry went away and you came along. A long time after. Platonic marriage, that's what we've had, George, but that's all right.
Kinda gonna willow tree that, June.
What willow tree?
Oh, I've been good to you, Mary. For all your carpet and falling off in your old age. 'Cause I remember that willow tree. Muriel never knew about it. We were wicked.
If I thought you knew what you were talking about, I'd get mad. But I know you're just babbling. Babbling Bernie, that's you. Herbert used to say, how can you listen to him babble?
I'm Herbert.
Go on, if it makes you feel more secure, keep reminding yourself.
You called me Bernie just now.
Oh, sure, and you've never been to Chicago.
I have so. I went there when my daughter died.
Well, I'm glad you admit it.
Why shouldn't I? It's so. You just try to confuse me. Bernie, Harry, George, Grace, Mary.
You started a long time ago, Slippy. Only then you were more honest about it. Very touching. We went to Florida and you gave me the tickets and said, Grace, take care of the tickets. My mind's slipping.
You're Muriel.
That's right, lovey. My name's Muriel.
You refer to yourself as Grace.
Oh, very likely. Very likely.
You said I gave you the tickets to Florida and said, Grace, my mind's slipping.
Well, it was.
I've never been to Florida.
Well, let's not get into it. The pongee soup.
I never owned a pongee suit.
You said it was the same suit you wore when you married Helen. And we had a long talk about how ironic it was you wore the same suit to marry me.
Who's Helen?
You were married to her, silly.
I was running away to Florida with you. I was so old. My mind was slipping. And I couldn't remember the tickets.
Lovey, you're running a lot of things that happened at different times together now. Maybe you should just sit quiet for a while, Harry, until you get it straightened out.
I'm Herbert.
That's right. We'll start from there. You're Herbert and I'm Grace.
You're Muriel.
That's right. Just leave it at that. Chicago either, I suppose.
Never. Why should I live in Chicago?
Only because our daughter died there.
We had no children together.
I think we shouldn't talk anymore. You're getting confused.
You never let me near your lily white body.
Oh, wait, what about that time under the willow tree? I think that's when we conceived Ralph.
Who's Ralph?
Ralph is your stepson.
I can see with my stepson.
I'd prefer if we just remain quiet for a while. You can't follow a train of thought for more than a moment. It's very tiring jumping back and forth. Just close your eyes and rest. Are your eyes hurting you?
No?
That medicine must be very good.
What medicine?
You see, that's what I mean.
I never had any medicine for my eyes.
That's right, that's right. I think you should just sit quiet. Don't argue with me, George.
I'm hearing.
All right, all right. Let's just hold hands here and try to doze for a while and think of happier days.
Venice.
Oh, yes. Wasn't that lovely? You were so gallant, if slightly shocking.
The beach.
The willow tree.
You running around naked. Lovely. Lovely.
Yes, lovely. Lovely.
Thank you.